Welcome to the Pixar Shorts short ranking. It will be a short ranking of every non-intellectual property Pixar short that isn't a Spark short. We've got 20 shorts to cover and no time to waste. Let's get started. So there isn't really much of a plot to this short. It's basically just Bee chases this Andre dude. But the short was never meant to tell a good story. It was something that Pixar, which back in 1984 was just a computer and graphics design company, created to show off their computer animation progress. It premiered at a computer graphics conference and had everyone stepping back in awe at the animation, which is pretty cool to think about considering how much better they've gotten at computer animation. I mean, just look at those trees. What even is that thing? 6 out of 10. Could have used a better story, but still very important and impressive for its time. Hey, it's the thing, the dude from the logo? What's he doing here? You know, it makes perfect sense that Pixar decided to use this character very heavily in their branding. Pixar went on to be known for bringing life and emotion to things that don't have any, like toys, cars, monsters, robots, and emotions. This was the first instance of them doing this very, very well. It may seem like the plot is very simple on the surface, but these dudes put so much of their personal experience about childhood and parenthood into this 1-minute short film. 10 out of 10, created the groundwork for Pixar. Okay, but before we continue, you should hit that sub button. Oh, okay, done. Oh my god, what is that? Now this right here is gonna give me some nightmares. Finally, we have a short film that's 4 minutes instead of just 1 minute. That gives them some space to draw out a story with a bit more depth. Right? Pixar had created this short essentially to flex their very, very powerful and expensive computer so that animation people can spend money on it. But what they didn't realize is that in doing this, they kinda sorta accidentally figured out that their computers suck. Turns out the computers don't have as much memory as they claim they do, and the animators figured this out the hard way when they were rendering the unicycle sequence in the middle, which is why we are left with this terrible, awful abomination. Needless to say, Pixar didn't use their computers to render any future projects. 2 out of 10, a failed attempt from Pixar to flex. Dang, I really thought the clown from Red's Dream was terrifying. I don't know if I've ever seen anything more horrifying in my life. As much as I can attempt to make jokes about this thing, I gotta respect it, because this baby is the first ever human Pixar character. The plot itself is pretty freaking horrifying and makes me think that maybe a Toy Story 5 in the horror genre could actually work. Like, just imagine if they turned this 4-minute short about a baby tearing innocent toys to shreds into a full-length film. Oh wait, they already did that in Toy Story 3. 4 out of 10, it's terrifying. Knickknack is probably one of the most popular shorts on this list. It's one of the first instances of comedy from Pixar and features this recognizable little snowman guy who, according to Wikipedia, is apparently supposed to be Frosty the Snowman's cousin. Apparently there was a controversy surrounding this short in 2003 when they decided to re-render some of the character models of the females because they had very large, chests. I can't show it to you on YouTube because I'll get kicked off the website, but wow, it really isn't a good look for Pixar, or more specifically, the man in charge of this decision. 8 out of 10, fun little knack. This short essentially marks the end of Pixar's experimental stage. By 1997, Pixar had released a whole freaking movie and was well into their second. They decided to keep making short films as a means of exploring new ideas without diving into something as huge as a feature film. This plot messes around with the passage of time as this old dude plays chess against himself. It's pretty funny and once again has some pretty cool animation. 8 out of 10, the glasses dude totally cheated. This short shows the 3 stages of greed. 1, selfishness. 2, the common enemy. 3, realization. For whatever reason, I think the Big Bird is pretty funny, and this must have been on some DVD of a Pixar movie because I remember thinking the same thing as a kid. 7 out of 10, funny bird. Simple little short about accepting who you are. I really don't have anything to say about it. 5 out of 10, okay. This short shows the 15 stages of greed. 1, competition. 2, I think the funniest part about this short is that the kid felt entitled to their money after they dropped it and tried taking money from these starving musicians. 7 out of 10, seeing local bands should be a tax write-off. This kind of feels like the beginning of Monsters Inc. with the scare simulator, but this time it's with aliens. It looks like a really cool intro to a new Pixar movie, but probably overstays its visit with its jokes. 7 out of 10, lift yourself. This poor underfed rabbit just wants a freaking carrot. Can you just give it to him? All of these shorts have a pretty similar plot at this point. It's just basic slapstick comedy with no dialogue. I'm gonna be honest, I'm finding it really hard to say something for most of these. This one just felt like the last one, just less creative. 6 out of 10, feed your pets, please. Oh, okay, so that's where babies come from. This is probably the most creative short so far. It has a really random concept and just kind of goes with it without establishing what it really is. It leaves me with a lot more questions, like what causes storms or hurricanes, or why do clouds even do this in the first place? 8 out of 10, rain clouds deserve better. Leave it to Pixar to make a love story between 2 different times of the day. This short seems to take use of the sound effects better than most of the shorts on this list. The way the fight scene implemented the sounds of the day and night as actual fight sound effects was very clever and made the entire thing feel a lot more interesting. 8 out of 10, better love story than Twilight. La Luna shows off the beauty of imagination taken seriously. Like most shorts on this list, it has a rather simple plot about a young kid and his father and grandpa harvesting the moon to power up the Odyssey, but the grandpa and father don't see eye to eye on how the kid should be doing his job. It has such a pleasing art style and really does feel like a younger brother to the director's future project, Luca. Just like the short, Luca has such a beautiful, imaginative world that the characters and audience take 100% seriously. I really wish I talked about this more in my Luca review, but hey, maybe it's all good because I talked about it a little bit in this tweet and freaking Enrico Casarosa liked it. I guess I'm best buds with the Pixar directors now. 9 out of 10, gorgeous. Okay, take back what I said earlier about Tin Toy being creepy. The opening scene of this short is absolutely terrifying. This was near the point where Pixar had gotten close to photorealism, so seeing these animated things around the city begin to smile looked pretty freaking scary. 6 out of 10. If you want to do a slow-mo scene, you need more than 30 frames. Not gonna lie, this song that primarily relies on a pun and is kind of slow like the entire short film doesn't really help much with my enjoyment. The visuals were pretty cool, but if you've seen Moana, you really haven't missed anything. 4 out of 10. Molava. Make way, make way. Dude, where the flip did this one come from? This short has such a unique animation style and fun concept. It ends with a pretty tough realization for the dad, who just wants to involve Sanjay in their religion, only for him to find out that he just wants to spend time with him. Dude, why the heck is no one talking about this one? Oh, wait, I figured it out. This short was shown in front of The Good Dinosaur. To the 5 or 6 people who did see that movie in theaters, I'm pretty sure they left with more enjoyment from this short film than the feature film. 9 out of 10, really underrated. Aw, this one's really cute. It probably has the best animation of all of these on the list. Like, bro, look at that sand. We've really come a long way from those tree abominations in Andre and Wall-E, haven't we? Also, for an animated project that's mostly attempting to be photorealistic, the character designs don't look cringe, which really isn't something you can say for most projects like that. 8 out of 10, really cute. It takes this dumb kid way too long to figure out that bullying isn't cool. Like, he literally gets beat up by all this stuff he stole from other people and goes through a flashback of when someone bullied him as a kid, and he's still upset when he's forced to give all this crap back to their owners. I honestly don't know what else to say. This kid is just heartless. 3 out of 10, bullying ain't cool. Out of all the shorts on this list, I really think that this one is the most hard-hitting. It goes pretty deep into the metaphor of a mother whose children have just left the house. I will say, I do remember seeing this short when I went to see Incredibles 2, and at the part when she ate the bun, I remember thinking to myself, what the freak did I just watch? But it all comes together once you realize that making this meal was a tradition the mother and the son did together. 9 out of 10, don't eat your children. And that's it. That's all the non-IP Pixar shorts that aren't Spark shorts. Wait, isn't there another one? Isn't there another short that premiered in front of a Pixar movie? One that was so incredibly awful and long that it made people think they walked into the wrong movie? Nah, I must be thinking wrong. And unfortunately, this might actually be the end of Pixar shorts for the time being. The last time we had one was in 2018, and it seems like Pixar is occupied with other Disney Plus stuff. So I guess you can see this as my definitive completed Pixar short ranking. If you like this video, check out my Cars Tunes video where I went over all the Cars shorts. Also, please help support this broke college student pay for his insanely high tuition by liking, subscribing, and sharing this with your friends. Much appreciated. I'll see ya in Radiator Springs.